I wish to clear my name when it comes to totally false, malicious, smear-spreading campaigns which is now trading on social media. There's a allegation that I had falsely referred to myself as a specialist doctor. I wish to clearly state that this matter, during the last general elections, certain third-party workers featuring the names of common candidates incorrectly referred to me as a specialist doctor. This term has never been used by me ever in my clinic letterheads, prescription pads, official seals, stationery or visiting cards. As soon as I became aware of this error in the common list of candidates for Colombo, I instructed the relevant individuals to halt the distribution of these materials and to ensure that no further circulation occurred. However, by the time some of the leaflets had already been distributed. Furthermore, any of us who have addressed political meetings, big or small, know that those introducing us sometimes exaggerate us with glorified titles or comparisons which is unfounded. I also might want to like to make myself clear. I possess a postgraduate diploma in ENT surgery. This was in the era that the Health Ministry, along with the Postgraduate Institute of Medicine, started courses after having a competitive exams among doctors to select doctors for a course of study and award them diplomas in their relevant fields to man the base hospitals mainly that lacked these specialties. At that time, there was exams that were held to recruit doctors for training under specialized units in the main hospitals. There were diploma in child health, there was a diploma in ophthalmology, and there were diploma in laryngo-otorhinology, and even anesthetists were trained and awarded diploma so that they can go and manage base hospitals where such specialties lacked and such consultants were not available. Likewise, I was selected after a competitive exam in the Health Ministry and trained as a DLO surgeon to go and manage. My last appointment in the government health sector was ENT surgeon in Nuwara Eliya. Nuwara Eliya Base Hospital caters to a wide segment of the state population, economically very useful contributor to the economy of this country, but sad to say at that era more than now, highly health-wise, healthcare-wise, they were highly compromised. We performed surgeries that were life-saving. Wherever there is airway obstruction, you as a doctor, honorable speaker, would know that what an important surgical procedure tracheostomy is, what an important surgical procedure removal of foreign body from the airway, which otherwise would cause certain death.
Step into a career in business. After A-levels, join IIT. Register now.
And there is no time to transfer. If you take Nuwara Eliya, the ambulance has to go all the way to Peradeniya Hospital. There was no time for such transfer. There would have been certain death, and I am glad that the Health Ministry, along with the Postgraduate Institute of Medicine, made the wise decision at that time and trained such specialities so that we could be sent and make a contribution at the base hospitals. So that was my last posting. But I again wish to reiterate that since 2019, when the Sri Lanka Medical Council brought in regulations to have a specialist register, or even before that, I never identified myself as an ENT surgeon or an ENT specialist. However, in Nuwara Eliya, you could imagine when you walk into the ENT clinic, when I walk in, they address me as ENT surgeon. When the eye surgeon goes in, they address me as eye surgeon. He is a DO, diploma in ophthalmology. Even a pediatrician was a DCH. If a DCH, diploma in child health, but they are called as pediatricians there. But I never advocated them to call me as such. But what am I to do? I'm not going to knock on the heads of the patients who call me that. They might call me ENT surgeon. That is wrong nomenclature. But that is the fact I could say. So probably I think somebody who knew me from that time went and wrote this in the poster. That was a poster for common candidates of which I had nothing to do with it. I have my own, very little of my own canvassing material that I printed never carries this name. Another malicious allegation is that I am not registered to even practice in Sri Lanka and that I am not a doctor. I categorically say that this claim is blatant false, misguided and misleading. To set the record straight, I hold a valid certificate of registration from the Sri Lanka Medical Council, which unequivocally states in black and white that I am lawfully entitled to practice medicine and surgery in Sri Lanka. This certificate, like all SLMC or Sri Lanka Medical College issued certificates, needs to be validated every 5 years with a payment of a fee. Honorable Speaker, you would know that. And also, I have done that validation 5 times since I first received it. My private general practice is registered in Colombo Central, is registered under my name and my SLMC registration, which is in turn validated every year by the Private Health Services Regulatory Council attached to the Ministry of Health. This is validated every year, and I'd like to say that the provincial director comes, inspects my clinic, inspects my documents, go through the procedures in my dispensary, the little laboratory that I have, and make sure that everything is in order before this is validated. I have always conducted myself professional in my public life and with transparency and honesty, and I welcome scrutiny. Finally, I thank you, Honourable Speaker, for giving me the opportunity to address this matter.